Hi, my name is Ugnius. I'm a concert pianist and educator, and in today's video I'll be looking at different challenges you might face when learning the Reverie by Claude Debussy. A bit of general information. Claude Debussy was a French composer, and he was also considered to be one of the first Impressionist composers too. In general, Impressionism was a movement which had influenced various art forms such as literature, music, paintings, and so on. Artists usually try to represent a close contact with nature and light through their art forms. And so Claude Debussy was one of them too. You might know his most famous pieces such as Clair de Lune, Reflections in the Water, or his prelude for piano named A Girl with Flaxen Hair. Like in the pieces mentioned here, the Reverie has very similar musical qualities reflecting the features of Impressionism. So as we look into the piece, we immediately notice the piece is largely made of melody and accompaniment. Here the idea would be to bring out as much melody as possible while keeping the accompaniment line as thin and transparent yet hearable. Now, having said that, to achieve that technical ability to play the accompaniment very light and quiet, you should practice with a very active light and quick finger staccato. Now, to keep the right hand singing through, I guess you gotta imagine as if you are massaging the piano and applying slow but deep pressure down to the keys to produce that soft yet singing tone. Further into the left hand accompaniment, we notice some uncomfortable jumps here in bar 19 and bars 27 to 28. So here, for example, in bar 19, I would suggest to practice just a particular shift on its own. You can also practice the jump from this note to the chord up. Make sure the shift is executed at very high speed and very light in touch. In bars 27 to 28, you're really looking at practicing just the last two beats of bar 27 going into bar 28. Make sure the transition is smooth and your hand is moving really quickly from A down to G. You can also practice in chords. And applying different rhythms, but make sure your dynamic changes are really obvious. Looking into bars 51 to 69 here, Debussy introduces more stable and less moving musical material consisting of chords. One might say this could be treated as string quartet or some larger ensemble. So to achieve some sort of voicing and to be able to hear all the lines individually, one should really practice with different pressures or different notes. Yep, we are coming towards bars 76 to 83 here. The coordination is going to be a little tricky at first in here, as the melody is being split between the two hands. I guess a difficulty here is to keep the melody phrased through the passage. My tip here would be to write in the fingering for the melody and practice just the melody on its own for a while. Once feeling comfortable with that, look into the outer voices and then slowly start to build it together. The accompaniment, although very light and far behind the melody in terms of its volume, is still a very important part of the piece because the quaver notes going up and down in arpeggio passages create that movement and fluidity of the music. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Your comments and suggestions for future videos would really be valuable to me. If you're new to my channel, do subscribe and make sure you stay tuned for the next video. Stay safe and I'll see you in the next video.